save yourself. You cannot win the approval of God. You cannot win the favor of God. You cannot win the blessing of God. You cannot. How do you get it? How do you get it then? Simple. He calls, you obey. Not you obey and then he calls. He calls, you obey. See the difference? It's a big difference. Jacob lived, God called, he obeyed. Esau lived, he obeyed, expecting God to call. Now, how do you know if God's calling you? You feel that thing inside of you right now called conviction? You feel that thing inside of you making you feel like, oh, this doesn't feel good. Oh, I guess I'm against God. That would be him calling. We walk around with this feeling, oh, I'm against God. Something's not right here. My relationship with God is off. I'm off kilter. This is not good. And what do? The Holy Spirit comes and says, that's right. Now knock it off and receive Jesus. The first act of obedience is the greatest act, and that is to say yes to Jesus. You do that, guess what? You're good. You see, being a Christian is this. I'm nothing. God is everything. I can do nothing but that which he calls me to do. There is no good but him. There is no God but him. He calls, I obey. So, people, God's calling you. Will you obey? Will you obey? Will you stop trying to win the approval of Dad and instead walk in the grace that Dad gives? YouTube that. Play it again. Put it up on my Facebook.